Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time. I'm Tyrone. That's
Talia.
and we're back for another episode of Tea Time. Episode 19, I think.
No way.
Yeah, episode 19. So we've been doing this 19 episodes. So crazy. Remember
What
we
the
started
heck?
this? You were literally just Snapchatting me like, "Hey, we should just make a show called Tea Time." And I'm like, "All right, let's do it."
Done.
That easy, that simple. Um
19 episodes later, and here we are.
Crazy. So crazy.
Strong.
It's so weird too. You like watch it, there's an intro and like all this stuff. It's like this is like a legit show. We got this thing going on here.
Yep. And you post it on YouTube now with our little,
I know.
reaction videos.
I
And
it's funny because I was looking, I was like, damn, in like a week there's like 5 or 7 videos on YouTube and it's like just so much content stuff going on, man. But people really, really like Gossip Girl. So I'm excited.
hey,
I'm
yo.
excited to mention and announce that we will have a watch party next Thursday.
Whoop, whoop.
Episode 1 of the new reboot. We'll watch it here. If you don't have HBO Max, I think they have a trial, so we'll get everyone hooked up and set up with that. Talia, I'll hook you up with one as well. I gotta log in.
Hey.
Um, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm wearing one of my
Can
Circle Club shirts here. A little hard to see with the whole brightness thing. Can we get the brightness fixed? Um,
you step?
but we got a bunch of different shirts that are coming. So we got some different characters
Look
on
at
here.
that.
We got
Wow.
this is a cool little special edition version here. It's got this whole glitchy thing going on.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, got this whole
Oh.
glitch thing going on. Let me turn the brightness down just a bit so we can really see
How you
everything.
guys liking the t-shirts?
Yep, just got
Looking
got
nice. And your
that.
mom did all these?
Yes, Mama Rose did all of these.
Wow.
So she's got this one and
Uh,
like a red.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
she was hooking it up. It was nice. She's got this like army looking one, this green. The concept behind these characters is they're really all like misfits in their world, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the reason we love them is because they are them, which is why we say just be you. And then we have the standard shirt, which is just this one with the logo on it, which will be given out to a bunch of people as well. But yeah, so we got that going on. Hopefully, when we get
Nice.
this site up and rocking and rolling, we'll be able to put that out there for a reasonable price. And the other thing I was thinking that'd be fun or cool was like, what if each month we took part of the proceeds and donated to like a specific charity or something that someone wanted? That way, we're not just
Oh,
making money, but we're also giving back to people and
giving
communities.
back. I like it. I
Yeah,
like that a lot.
just take a percentage of the earnings each month and give them
Yeah.
away. And no, it's not for tax reasons.
Wasn't
Literally,
even
it's just
thinking that.
because because I was thinking like how like in during Pride Month everyone donates to LGBTQ stuff or like Black History Month. It's like people should be doing that year round. There's like all these
They
different
should.
important causes. So next
Come
level
on,
gaming says they
folks.
came out smooth. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. But let's get into this show. So, if it's your first time here, welcome to Tea Time. Here at Tea Time, we share the latest fun news and movies, television, and pop culture. We're here to entertain and for a good time. We'd like to have a healthy discussion about different topics. Please refrain from comments that will attack each other based on differing opinions in the comment section. That is not what we're about here. Believe it or not, difference of opinions is a good thing. Don't pretend like you like things or hate things to fit in. That's not the Circle Club way. Just be you, everyone. All right. So, today's show, Talia, we got some interesting topics here. So,
We got a lot going
we
on.
got the BET Awards happen.
Hmm.
We got Drake Bell is canceled. We got a Snow White reboot. And I don't know if you guys know, but so Burger King, I've seen a lot of these advertisements for this chicken sandwich called ChKing. This is what she looks like. Kind of looks like a
What?
nasty patty a little bit.
A nasty patty.
So,
It kind of does.
so I'm gonna go ahead and try this for you all here. Let you know what I think of this thing.
This is supposed to be like spicy.
Mmm, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's not spicy. It's regular. It's got pickles on
Mm.
it, some type of like mayo sauce. But I think they might have taken the whole Chick-fil-A thing because when I was ordering, they were like, "Hold up 1 second." We were like, "Hold up 1 second. We actually have to go make this." I was like, "What?" So like they were like, "Yeah, go park in like parking lot 1," which was so confusing. But
What?
I know I was like, "What?" I was like, "Don't you mean spot 1, 2, 3?" It was so confusing. So we were like driving around, like, where do we park? There was no numbers anywhere. But this chicken sandwich is actually pretty good. I haven't been to Burger King since I was like very, very young.
Yeah.
But this is good. I definitely eat this. Have you? When's the last time you went to
Interesting.
Burger King?
Oh, probably not this year. I'm not really a big Burger King fan. Like
Neither am I.
if I had to like name my top five,
Mm-hmm.
Burger King wouldn't even be on that top five
I know.
list.
I know. It was funny because Burger King got into a fight with Chick-fil-A,
Hmm.
and like the Chick-fil-A account was like saying something kind of along the same lines. They were like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's, um, Panera, In-N-Out Burger, Five Guys, and then it was like, notice how you're not on this list.
I'm dead.
I love when those accounts
Yeah,
go back and forth.
it's it's pretty entertaining.
Hmm.
But no, I'm not really a big Burger King fan.
Yeah.
But that chicken does sound
No,
good.
honestly, like neither am I. I was like, you know what? Let's just go out and try something new here, and it did come out very well. But let's jump into these topics here. So, first thing we got here is BET Awards. Now, I don't know about you, Talia, but I am not a big award show person. How about yourself?
I used to be into like those award shows like back in the days, but I feel like recently it's been like just different now, and with COVID and everything, it's been like a little different. So I haven't really been catching up with a lot of them
Yeah.
nowadays, but back then I was a big fan.
I know, I know. It felt like it used to be like I don't know if it's just because we were like younger or something, but it felt like back
Yeah,
in the day, like they had this energy to it where it was like, yo, these award shows are popping, you know?
I
Um,
agree. Like
but
they hype it up so much.
yeah, but I don't know. Nowadays, it just doesn't really have the same like flair to it. So it was interesting over the weekend, as you can see from these some of these images. Like we had some pretty big stories come out of this. So obviously, one of the big things was Lil Nas X. He had his kiss with another man, which I thought was like kind of a big deal. Like, I feel like one
Hmm.
thing we don't talk a lot about in like person of color communities is how there's still a lot of stigma behind gay relationships, trans relationships, and like a lot of times these advocates of the pride community, if you will,
Mm,
uh,
yeah,
constantly are talking about how like black trans women are the most attacked and violently abused against, and so I thought that was a really big moment for BET to do something like that.
I
But some
agree.
people kind of got mad about it and they thought, hey, they shouldn't have that on there with kids and the other thing. Um, I don't know, but what did you think about all that?
I I mean, I feel like we've gone through history of award shows being, having moments of controversial like moments,
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's not really controversial. It's just like
right.
people think it is, but it's like, this is people's lives. They, identify as these certain sexualities, like, Little Nas X. My
Yeah.
sister actually texted me just now
Hmm.
seeing my Instagram post, and she was like, "Oh, you should mention like the whole Madonna and Britney Spears like live kiss during
Yeah.
what was it, the MTV Awards,
Yes, it was
VMAs?"
MTV.
Yeah, and she was like, Yeah, you guys should mention about that and like how people reacted to that too, because people also had like a big issue with that as well.
They
Um,
were like they went crazy. They couldn't believe it. It's to your point. It's so weird because it's like you think of all the like issues we have in the world and like all the
mhm.
problems and like it's like how cancer is still a thing. People are like without jobs. COVID is still rampant in some places, and it's like people are worried about two people kissing. It's just
Right?
weird.
So stupid. And it's like oh my kids are watching this. Like your kids are gonna know about this eventually, so might as well let them see it now.
Yeah, like
And
what is this whole thing with like you think your kids aren't gonna know about it? Like of course they're gonna know about it.
exactly. And they're
What?
probably at the age at like they're probably at the age of where, you should be having these conversations
Thank
about
you,
different,
thank
like
you.
identities and all that. Like,
It's funny because one of my coworkers once was like, so there was this stat where it said like 40% or 35% of Gen Z identifies as LGBT plus Q,
mhm.
um, or Q plus, and he was like, how do they even get this information? I feel like it's wrong. Like those kids don't even know at that age. I'm like, so you're telling me when you were 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, you weren't interested in girls? You weren't trying to chase girls? I don't believe that, you know? And that is the time where you actually learn about, identity and, what's sex and all these other different topics.
Mhm.
So I just don't think that is a legitimate argument anymore.
Nope.
Um, Another cool part about Lil Nas's performance was he honored Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Michael Jackson Remember the Time where he came out with like the whole pyramids and stuff like that. That was pretty
Yes.
cool. Just scrolling through a couple of these slides, you can see here, like he's got the whole pyramid thing going on, which is pretty cool. But there was a lot of cool topics and fashion stuff. Like I know someone mentioned Chloe Bailey. She looks stunning. People are talking about the other big story was Zendaya honoring Beyonce. That was a
Yes,
big
yes,
topic. That
yes.
was really cool. Tyler the Creator had this like luggage bag thing.
What's in your luggage bag?
I know it's so funny, man. Like those weird outfits. Are there any outfits that come to your head where you think about award shows where you're like that outfit was so bizarre or something like that?
Lady Gaga, like her
Oh yeah,
outfits. Oh my
yeah.
God. Like I'm thinking of the meat costume she
Yes,
had
I was thinking
on.
about that same exact one.
Like girl, what were you thinking? But I mean, that's kind of how you get noticed and people remember who you are wearing these like obscure outfits.
Yeah, and it kind of goes back to that conversation we had about Billie Eilish, where she was like, "I was wearing these outfits and things because I didn't want people to sexualize my body," which is another
Mm,
interesting component to it.
mm-hmm.
Real quick, Matt said in the comments, he goes, talking about people who are upset about their kid being gay. He goes, "Your kids are playing ultra violent games and watching you throw a liquor bottle at your wife. Think you have more to worry about."
Legit.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Um, but the other big news was Cardi B. Cardi B is pregnant. I'm confused. Like, who is she pregnant with? Like, who's the kid? Is it Offset?
I think so. Didn't she tag Offset in her like pregnancy posts on Instagram?
Yeah, I think so. What are your thoughts on that whole thing? Like, personally, she's got to do what she's got to do. But I thought it was cool. I'm not gonna lie that she came out with the whole outfit and everything, and she was in the pregnancy suit because that was a pretty cool moment. But I feel like, dude, her and like Offset, she can't get with anyone else. That guy seems terrible. I'm
I
serious.
don't even know Offset that too well, but
Did he
I
cheat on
mean,
her?
he probably did. I feel like all celebrity couples just cheat on each other, still have children with them, but still cheat. Like the whole
Yeah,
like Chloe and Tristan, like
yeah. Oh
they
my
cheat.
God.
Well, he cheats all the time,
Tristan,
but
Tristan, man, someone got to give that man a spell. They need like a voodoo witch or something to lock him in a room. He just gets bored. Like he's a type of basketball player or sport athlete. Like he could have like a 50-point game, and he's like, man, I need something to relieve my stress. I'm like, go home to your wife and kids. Like,
exactly.
Mr. Ian said, Offset for sure. He stopped cheating finally. So maybe he's ready for redemption.
For now, he's
And
done.
then Next Level Gaming said he's done for good. I believe him this time.
All right, all right.
All right, we'll see. Queen Latifah won a Lifetime Achievement Award. That was fun. That was cool. She's like,
Okay.
people forget that she started as a rapper, and like she's one of those artists or like people you're like, what do you know Queen Latifah from? You're like, you just know her, you know?
Yeah, I feel like I know her more as like an actress than like
Rapper.
a rapper.
Yeah,
Didn't know
yeah,
that.
definitely. Yeah, she like when our parents were young, that was a whole thing.
Mm,
Well, let's see what else real quick before we move on. Jack Harlow got nominated even though he was white, and people got
yes.
really pissed about that. Did you have any take on that at all?
When I saw that, at first I was like, who the heck is Jack Harlow? And if you guys don't know,
What's
Jack
poppin'?
Harlow
Damn,
is, yeah,
hoppin'. I got
exact.
options.
He's that guy that, sings that song, but also, who's featured in that? Like, oh crap, I'm
The
forgetting now.
baby
Just like,
or something.
yeah, and just a couple of other like rappers too,
Yeah.
but I didn't know, I didn't put a face to his name. I kind of just knew, oh, that's that TikTok song,
Right.
that everyone uses. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, like,
Yeah. I mean, he's a legitimate rapper. Like I was watching him on Hot Ones. Oh my god,
uh-huh.
I friggin' love Hot Ones.
I Yes.
Have you watched the
Well,
Olivia Rodrigo one?
not yet, but I love Hot Ones.
So good, dude. It was weird. Olivia Rodrigo was like swearing, and she was like, I was like, what? Yeah. I have a profound like. I love the word. I love to say the F word. This is a clean show for the most part, so I won't say it. But when you hear someone say the F word that you don't expect it, I'm like, you know those
Hmm.
memes where it's like Meryl Streep is like, that's me.
Yes.
That's me. I'm like Bernie Sanders said fuck. Like, oh, oops.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyways, Jack Harlow was on Hot Ones, and he's like a legitimate rapper. He's very like Southern. His voice sounds a little different than it, but it was interesting because people were saying like, um, his album's not that bad for a guy from Kentucky. Mr. Ian said, "Yeah, I haven't listened to the album. I just know like the mainstream pop songs or hip hop songs, but." I didn't think it was that big of a deal that he got nominated. I know Justin Bieber won in the past. Eminem has won multiple times. And
Hmm.
I feel like the show was called Black Entertainment Television, BET. It's not necessarily like the NAACP awards, which where you're honoring black people. So I feel like it's okay. It's kind of more like, hey, we just
Mm.
want to make sure we have our own show where we can, have representation and, highlight people of color. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal because
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it kind of goes back to like one of my rants I was having about holidays. And I was like, it's weird to me how like everyone else celebrates 4th of July, everyone else celebrates Thanksgiving, Columbus Day, but then something like Juneteenth, you never really hear white people aren't typing Happy Juneteenth. They aren't telling each other Happy Juneteenth, but we'll be like Happy Thanksgiving, Happy 4th of July. Like if it always feels like we're the ones kind of trying to fit into their world, but whenever we try to invite them into ours, it's like, oh, that award show isn't legitimate, or like, oh, that award show isn't Vogue or whatever. So I
Hmm.
think the way that you kind of invite people into that process is you allow, hey, Olivia Rodrigo had one of the biggest songs in the world. Everyone knows Driver's License. You let her have an award. So
Pretty much.
that's
Pretty
my
much.
opinion on it, at least. Um, Someone said thoughts on her plagiarism scandal. Are we talking about Olivia Rodrigo? I haven't heard about plagiarism. I mean, I guess that one that's like maybe you're too emotional. People said it sounded like Paramore a little bit,
Oh yeah.
but if Song Psych, this girl named Dev Lemon, who's also really
Mhm.
good. She made a video explaining it. She's very very intelligent when it comes to music, and basically it has the same chord progression as that Paramore song, but then it's like half a step down. So it's not so it's not
Yeah.
really plagiarism because it's just a different key and it's down half a
Yeah.
step. And the other thing is it's pop music and pop music uses like the same 4 or 5 chords over and over. So if you listen to like a Taylor Swift song, it's actually the
Mhm.
same exact chords, but then it's just rearranged. So it's not really plagiarism. Plagiarism is more like you are taking the same exact sound. Like if she took the Paramore sound and then like try to play it off as it was her own, that's different. But I don't know. I just think it's different, and I think in the music world, no one really considers that plagiarism. So,
Yeah, as long as I feel like as long as you get like permission,
mm-hmm.
from the original artists, producers, and that's fine. I can
Yeah,
think of like a couple of songs, that takes like like what, like Anaconda
yeah,
or
right,
Right Round,
yeah,
like
exactly, yeah, right round.
if you hear the original songs, it's kind of a similar tune, but they probably got permission.
A lot of Kanye
But
West's music is just him sampling really famous songs.
oh
So
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I feel like it's not really that big of a deal. Also, she's young, so I feel like people kind of will like let you have a little bit of leeway too, because it's like if I played you, I don't even know, like I'm trying to think of a song that was poppin' song. If I played that like half a key down and it sounded really weird and sketchy, but I was able to find my own way to make it like an original sounding song where it doesn't sound the same,
Hmm.
then I feel like that's still part of the creative process and people don't really care too much. Um, but yeah, so that was the BET Awards. Did you guys see it? Let us know. Comment below. I think more people should engage in the BET Awards and treat it the same thing as like, the MTV Awards or anything else.
Hmm.
And yeah, those are our thoughts on the BET Awards. So, next topic, Drake Bell. Ugh, Drake Bell.
Ugh.
I'm not even gonna put his picture up on the screen because he's just so filthy. We all know who Drake Bell is, Drake and Josh, and we're just gonna talk about this real quick. So Drake Bell pleads guilty to attempted child endangerment. He faces up to 2 years in prison. Bell allegedly engaged in inappropriate chats with a 15-year-old victim that at time was sexual in nature. What's your reaction to that? I feel like it's just a shame that it's like these people you grew up with, like such icons and you looked up
Yep.
to, and you're like, ugh, you know?
Yeah, especially if it's in that manner of like being a sexual predator, like, or just having like relations with like minors. Like
And the
that's
thing
just
is
not
like,
not good.
this is a good example when cancel culture is good because it's like, we don't need any more Drake Bell after he's done this. You know what I'm saying? And I
Exactly.
remember, so growing up, I was like doing a lot of music and I was really interested in that. And
Mhm.
I would hear rumblings and like talks online and forums, and people would
Mhm.
say like, "Oh, Drake Bell's kind of a creep. Drake Bell's kind of a dick." And I was always like, I don't want to believe that. I want to believe he's good. I like Drake and Josh, but it's just that same formula over and over again. It was like these Nickelodeon stars, Disney stars, like I'm not like trying to defend him or anything. I'm just saying like it's like they have no childhood growing up, and so I think when they get older, they kind of latch onto that. It's kind of like the Jake
Mhm.
Pauls of the world. Like people forget Jake Paul was on Disney, and then he kind of elevated, and then he left off of that, and he just never grew up. He's just been immature ever since because he's never had to be an adult.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Um, Next Level Gaming said, "Damn, every year it becomes clear why Josh never invited Drake to the wedding." Yeah.
Exactly. There was a reason why. I was gonna say something, then I forgot,
You
but
could you could sit on and think about it. Next Level Gaming Events also says Cal Massey was just canceled too. What was he canceled for? I didn't hear about that. No, for the same reason. Oh, it's just tough. You hate to see it.
you hate to
The reason
see
they
it,
do it is because
man.
it's easy and they're young and they can manipulate them, but it's just fucked up. They really shouldn't be doing that stuff. So he's done because I think a lot of these Disney people kind of have had rebrands, reshoots, or whatever they're called. What do you call those? Reboots. Yeah. But he wasn't in the That's a Raven one, I'm pretty sure. But I'm starting to notice a pattern where it's like a lot of these people who aren't a part of the reboots have their own personal issue with the companies, or
Or
they have their own like background. Like I know with iCarly, Sam, the woman who plays Sam, Jeanette McCurdy, isn't a part
mhm,
of the project, but we talked about it how she was like, I don't want to be a part of this because Dan Schneider's a creep. So yeah, it's just a shame.
exactly.
But we wanted to mention that. So what was your reaction? Let us know in the comments below about Drake Bell being a creep. Was it saddening? Were you disappointed? Let us know in the comments below and make sure you subscribe. All right, our final story here is about Snow White. So Disney is rebooting Snow White. They have allowed Rachel Zegler to be the new face of this reboot franchise. She's going to be starring in West Side Story, Shazam! Fury of Gods, and of course Snow White. They were also considering Olivia
Wow.
Rodrigo, I believe, for this role, and the musician Her, which is looking at Olivia Rodrigo, I'm like,
Ooh.
I feel like she's a really, really good fit. Like she looks like Snow White, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But I also think Rachel Zegler does as well. What were your thoughts? Because some people, well, first off, before we even get into that, what were your
hmm
thoughts on this casting? Do you know anything about her? Um, what are your opinions on this?
Yeah, the first time I've heard her name was really from, I feel like the news of Snow White, and then
Mm-hmm.
I realized she was going to be in West Side Story. So I
Yeah,
was like, oh, she must be, my first thought was like, okay, she must be like a really good singer then.
yeah,
'Cause like,
yeah.
like she's already going to be filmed in these two, well, I'm hoping Snow
Iconic.
White's a musical, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wow, okay, she seems pretty legit, and I think Adam was telling me also that he was reading something where um, her audition
Mm-hmm.
was so good
Yeah.
that they just hired, like they just picked her
On the
off the
spot.
spot. They're like, yeah,
That's interesting. I don't know
like
anything about her, but I think someone was saying her first three movies are West Side Story, Shazam! Fury of God, which is a sequel to Shazam. I actually really enjoyed Shazam. If you guys haven't seen that, that's a good one. And then Snow White. That's crazy. That's a lot of pressure. Like your first three major movies are these like
right.
iconic stories. Well, Shazam not as much, but Shazam did really well, which people weren't expecting to. So, but that's a good
Mm-hmm.
point. I didn't even think about that. That how like she must be an incredible singer. I'm very excited to see West Side Story and her with Snow
Me
White.
too. Me
And
too.
after watching Cruella, check out my review on YouTube if you haven't seen it. But Disney did such a good job with that movie. I don't know if you've seen that. Have you seen that yet?
I haven't seen it
Oh my
yet.
god, it's so good. So I had a
I
coworker,
know.
like a dad. He was gonna see it with his daughter, and he was like, "Oh, like, do you think I'm gonna like this? It's gonna be good?" I was like, "It's pretty good, but I want to." And then he came back on Monday. He was like, "That was the best movie I've seen in maybe a decade. Like, it was so good. Like, he was like the costumes, the music."
Wow.
So I think Disney. Oh, is my mic? Oh, good. So I think Disney has kind of really figured out how to do the formula for the reboot.
Yes,
So I'm really just excited for it. Like Next Level Gaming said, she really does look like Snow White,
she does.
and yeah, I'm just really pumped for it. But obviously, with all positive news comes some negative. So some people were upset because She is obviously not a white female or doesn't appear to be a white female. What were your thoughts on that? Did you think people were overreacting? Do you think it's time we let others recast? Is it okay for white people to do this with people of color? What are your thoughts on that, Talia?
I I'm so sick of it now. It's just like, we're at this time and era where it's like, not every character needs to be represented as like a white person can portray them, like it's just
Mm-hmm.
like we just have all these like different races now. Might as well like, you know, we have we like let's use them in our film industry.
Stories, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And even though she might be like a different ethnicity
Mm-hmm.
than what's I don't even
Snow
know
White.
what Snow White's ethnicity
Neither
is
do
in the
I.
like do we even know? We
Yeah.
don't.
I mean, she
So it's
looks
like
white, but how do we know? I mean, it's just a story.
exactly, she could be like a white passing like Latina woman. We don't
Right,
know.
literally. She could
So
be
it's
mixed for
like
all we know.
exactly. It's
Snow
like we
White could
don't know.
Snow White's daddy could be friggin' I don't even know, black man or something. Like Snow Black is her daddy. I don't know. Like
It- It's like it's like why does it matter now that
mm-mm.
like she's coming into this from what people had originally thought Snow White was.
Yeah.
It's like that doesn't matter. What all it matters is how she will portray, the character in the film and how she kind of just represents the storyline in that.
I agree. Matt said the other day to me, which has stuck with me, he was saying, he's like, a lot of people have this perception of what reality is or supposed to be, and then there's what
Hmm.
actual reality is. And I feel like people have this perception that Snow White or Disney characters or white characters have to be a certain way because that's the only way it's been in the past. But they're fictional characters. There's no reason that they have to be one way. And I personally don't feel
Exactly.
bad for white females who are like, but we haven't had the chance to see a Snow White and a white person. It's like, yeah, but you've had so many other movies and opportunities. Don't you think it would be nice to have a young little Spanish or Latina ex girl or
Hmm.
a black female or an Asian female growing up and
Exactly.
being like, oh, wow, that's our movie. Like, I just always goes back to Black Panther for me. And I'm like, the feeling that everyone
Mm,
who was a person of color felt watching that, where you were like, yes, this is our movie. Like,
exactly.
and they did such a good
Exactly.
job because they had these people of color, and there were different shades and different sizes, and the women were powerful, the men were powerful. There wasn't like
Mhm.
it didn't it, like even though
Mhm.
T'Challa was the quote unquote lead, it never felt like he was the main character. It felt like there was all these people who had their moments, and like that's all we're looking for. We're just looking for these stories to be told with love and dignity and
Yes.
respect.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
um I think I can speak for everyone when I say Rachel Zegler. We're all rooting for her. So
We got you, Queen.
yeah, we got you, Queen.
We'll
Next
be
up,
in the first row when we watch this.
next up game said Disney went through all the trouble to name Snow White for us to cast her as something other than white. Bruh must be rolling in his grave. I'm
Oh
dead.
God.
Matt said Snow Black Man White 2020 on Disney Plus. Played
What
by
you didn't
damn
know.
played by Idris Elba. Oh my god. Man, so funny. Yeah, but people are just it's ridiculous. It's like it's 21 and like we just have to get over this. We have to move on. We have to just accept
Mhm.
that listen, people want representation. If you're not on board for it, go watch the old fucking story. Okay? That's that.
Exactly. Or I don't know if it fucking I don't even know. Just like grab your iPhone and create your own Snow White version. Like that's why they're there. Like go ahead, go
Exactly.
film your own version of it.
Exactly. All right, so let us know in the comments below. What do you think about this Snow White reboot? Talia, don't worry, I will cut that out so it's not everywhere.
Just
Don't you
just
worry.
bleep me out.
Don't you worry, I got you, girl. But all right, comment below. Let us know what you think, and yeah, we're both excited for it. So the show is wrapping up now. We have some little bit of announcements before we go. So the website is rocking and rolling. You can go over there to sign
Hey.
up. The legitimate website is on its way. We want to make sure you are signed up. Let me put that link in the description. That's www.thecircleclub.net. Net. Net. N-E-T. Net. Because it's a network, not a commercial site. Not a commercial site. We have Gossip Girl next week on Thursday. So we will not have tea time next week on Tuesday. Sad face. We will be doing a mix of tea time and the Circle Club show on Thursday to watch Gossip Girl. It'll be fun because
Whoop, whoop.
Matt has never seen the original series. So it'll be interesting to see his perspective as someone
Oh,
watching for the first time.
okay, okay.
I've seen the series a couple of times. How many have you, Talia?
I think I've seen it like definitely one time,
Yeah,
but there's probably been other times where it's just
sprinkles.
like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and maybe we'll have, I don't know, maybe we'll have Carly, producer Carly, come in here. She's seen it a billion times.
Hey.
Maybe model Hannah will be back for us. But yeah, so it'll be a fun time. If you don't have HBO Max, hold out and get the trial on Thursday with us. We'll do a whole little walkthrough. We'll wait for everyone, and then we'll watch this show together. And I think it'll be a great time. One more time here. We got plenty and plenty of shirts coming our way as well.
Whoop, whoop.
This is a little
Ooh,
sample.
so swaggy.
Got some swag. Oh, come on. Don't cover up there.
Uh,
Ooh, Circle Club. So you can support
ah.
us and all that. Like I said, that stuff is coming on its way. We're also going to be doing some stuff like this, where we're going to allow people to make some custom characters. Those might be a little bit more pricey, but it goes to my pockets, to Leah's pockets, the company's pockets, and it's going to go to a good charity. We'll make sure of that for sure. And that is going to be a lifetime thing that happens. We aren't going to be one of those companies who starts up, donates, and then you stop after you make money. We're going to try to do that the rest of the duration of this. Again, you know what's interesting about this shirt? So when we made this
What?
shirt, as you can tell, the printing came out a little messed up. So it printed kind of strange with lines. But then we
Mm-hmm.
started working on it, and I was like, hey, what if we made it like a glitchy thing? Like they're kind of all meeting in this like paranormal section. And we made that work. But all right, those are
That's
the
awesome.
those are the announcements I have. Before we go, Talia, do you have anything? Are you watching anything new? Anything you want to share?
When are you releasing your next episode for your podcast? I've been like waiting.
Oh my God! Don't call me out like that. I'm actually I'm gonna go record it right after this, so it should be
Hey,
coming
okay.
out tomorrow.
Good, good,
Um,
good.
I've been trying to do Sunday, or I'm trying to do it Monday and Wednesday, or Monday and Thursday. I think it is. Yeah, I think Thursday actually. Sorry, so I don't want to get you too hyped. I think it actually is coming out Thursday. I thought today was Wednesday, but yeah. So I'm trying to do Monday and Thursday, but last was Father's Day, and then we had some parents come over to our house, and it was just too chaotic and
Gotcha,
crazy.
gotcha, gotcha.
But I apologize. I apologize. We will get that up
It's
this
okay.
week. I'll give you guys a little preview of what we're talking about this week. So last week we were ranting like crazy. I had a lot to say, but this week we're gonna be talking about. Oh my God, I went into Hooters. Oh my God, I have the funniest story about that, man. Like Hooters is
Ah,
a weird place.
I haven't been there in a while.
Hooters is a weird friggin' place. Um, Boston, yikes. Boston is a yeah. I got some stories about Boston as well.
I
And
love
th-
these
yeah,
stories.
and then I get a little angry this week. I'm trying to control my mental health a little bit, but
Mm,
yeah,
self-care,
yeah, self care. So
remember.
all right, yeah, it is gonna be fun. I'm thinking that I might try to get some guests on the podcast too when we just have some casual talks and stuff. I'm thinking about mixing up. I do like, to kind of let me go on there and be crazy, but I think every once in a while I'll do that. But I appreciate you uh, asking about that and supporting. And that's actually been really surprisingly, it's been doing well. Like, I'm getting like 13 to 15 listeners on the analytics each week, which I'm like, damn, who the hell's listening to this thing? Um,
Me. I'm kidding. No,
but
it's really me though.
yeah, yeah, you listen to it 15 times. But yeah, I'm trying to. Yao said something on TikTok Live, which, by the way, follow Jumping on Another Jet if you're not on TikTok, because we've been going live and it's been so fun. That was one of the surrealest, weirdest things that's happened to me. Like, we had like legitimate, like, quote unquote fans and supporters, and like, it was cool because someone was like asking, they were just asking about our lives and our friendship and all this stuff, and we had someone. He reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, can I buy a shirt, man? I really want to support the
Yes, I
Circle
saw
Club."
that.
And I gave it to him for free because I was like, I just appreciate you, liking my stuff, commenting, and all that. So we gave out our first Circle Club shirt to that
That's
person.
awesome.
Ryan, shout out to Ryan if you're watching. You're the man. But yeah, so it's really like
Man.
that was a lot of fun. But all right, let me stop so we can get out of here. Uh, and Miss Talia, like I said, are you watching anything right now? Anything caught your attention?
Right
Or are
now,
you just so busy?
I, this past few days I've been like mentally exhausted
Yeah.
from like Zoom conferences.
That Zoom you showed
Uh,
me, I was like blown away. It looked like you
I
were
don't
like
know.
literally with the president.
I don't know why, but I just thought of Yao at that moment. Like this is something Yao would do
Yeah,
if he was in a Zoom conference.
totally, totally.
But yeah, it's been a long day, long week so far. This week's gonna even be longer. I'm gonna go out
No.
for the 4th of July weekend,
Oh
and
boy.
I'm just
It's supposed to be a vacation and it never feels that way, right?
and no, it doesn't,
I
because there's
know.
so many prepping, planning. And it's just like
Always,
like
always.
so much going on.
Well, I hope you get to get some rest. Go ahead and relax after this stream. Enjoy. Hey,
I
we'll have
will. You
Tuesday.
too.
No Tuesday next week. Maybe
No
we can
Tuesday.
relax a little bit there. I'd love to have you come over at some point to go in the pool and stuff. That'd be fun.
I know. That'd be
Um,
fun.
Fun fact.
We should just do our stream at the pool.
Yo, we could. That'd be sick. Fun fact. I can't really. I think my audio's cutting out, so maybe it doesn't want me to say this. Fun fact: I can't really swim, so I just go on those little floaty things and kind of relax. I could swim if I have to like save myself, but can't really do it. Can't stay up. But it's
So
weird.
don't jump on you then.
Oh, thank you. I can't swim underwater, which doesn't make sense. But like, I just can't keep myself up. I think I'm too fat, so I got to work on that.
No.
Uh,
It's gotta work on your what's it called?
Doggy paddle.
Doggy. Yes.
Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Maybe when these streams pop off and I start making billions of dollars, I can get a personal trainer.
Boom.
I'm watching, what's it called? Summer Camp Island right now. That show is
Yes.
so friggin' funny, guys. I'm telling you, go watch that show on HBO Max if you can. It's like adorable. It's so funny. It's like, can't recommend it enough. But that is tea time, folks. Thank you so much. It's been a great episode, great show. We love you. Make sure you subscribe, send to your friends. If you aren't subscribed to us right now, please, for the love of God, please go to YouTube. Talia, those Gossip Girl videos are crushing it. So great job there. But that's all we got for you guys. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Love you all.
Bye.